Okay, guys, it's time for the great shower. I actually put secret teachings in my stuff. You know, if you look for secret teachings, there are secret teachings here. And they are hidden because you will come to discover them. And it's like, oh, he actually knows about that. And maybe me seeing it was kind of reminding me, and then now I recognize this and I see this too, because I saw that when he showed it to me, but it was kind of like hidden at the sideline and I didn't know the context, but now I see it. I had that experience because I was already somewhat attained. I had already started to get some effects from my yoga, my tumo, my practice. And then I saw this picture and I saw this stream going into this portal right here. And that's when I knew. I was like, I know what you're doing, because I have the same one. It's the colors, right? And you follow the colors and they clump up and all of a sudden, wow, there's a portal. But it's difficult to get in the colors, right? It's something you have to learn. And the most effective thing is to also do it by letting go, because you need to let go to get into these places. And it's also true that people say, and I've seen for myself, that plant medicines, they can help. It can certainly help, but there's also, it cannot be overstated how much practice and how, you know, you're gonna, it's called integration. They call it integration. And it's something you're gonna have to do. And here, you know, again with Tumo, I'm showing you pictures, and so it's like, yeah, but tell me what to do. It's not what you do, it's how you think about it. Your imagination is super important, because it's gonna attract a certain amount of faith. That's a very special kind of faith. It's the faith that actually makes things happen. But then there's just the ordinary stuff like routines and stuff like that. All of that is really important. And then there's, of course, the gateway experience that I recommend. I recommend the gateway experience. And you're going to have moments where you slip into it and you get glimpses. And from there, it's going to be so much easier, because you're going to know that I can just do it with skill. So in the beginning, you might just do the visualizations. And then you think that you're visualizing something that's really cool, and it's your idea and nobody has ever thought of it before. And I still feel that way. This what you're seeing right here, this is my invention, not to be mistaken for that other invention that looks kind of similar, because they are not, and two different things. Now look at this down here. Very interesting, right? Now look at this. See this? This is my invention. Yeah, I did this. This is mine. This here, this is something completely different. This is I don't know what this is supposed to mean. And you know, we practice, we work very, very hard, and we go through difficult things that happen to us. So when we get ourselves a little awakening, you know, we don't want to give somebody else the credit, you know. And so we might see something that looks similar to what we have figured out and this cool thing that I'm doing, and then I might see some tanka art or some ayahuasca visionary art, and they are depicting something, and I just go, no. This is wrong, and my invention, you know. I did it, you know. And this can be it can get very similar in certain places. And then, but there's a certain charm to that as well. This is a experience that is happening, and there are other people out there who have the same experience happening to them, allegedly. And there could be some comfort to that. It's comforting to know that you sitting there doing this boring meditation that you're trying to learn, that is basically just brushing up on your basics. It's not for nothing. We're actually trying to do something here. And some people are saying that it works. And so we feel better. It feels better when it's that way. And then, there might be other things that you see that give you ideas. And you remember, like, oh yeah, in the past I used to do this thing. I wonder if, because I've done it and it's in my past and I did it so diligently, I wonder if the legends are true. Like the legends about the samurai, they have certain sayings that if you're a real samurai, then your soul is in the sword and it becomes a extension of the arm, and when the samurai dies, his soul stays in the blade. And then it's like, oh, that's kind of, let me just get down on the floor and get a blindfold on, sit on my yoga mat, and just play a little bit with pretending to hold a sword. And then you might start to see a outline, and this outline can be a sword, but it really can be anything. There are many things it can become. It can be a tool for seeing the chakras outside of yourself, or even seeing the whole body, and working with what you already got to shape something, and that can become kind of interesting. You can get kind of interesting effects, I guess. But of course we are not to, you need to know, I guess, that people will not share their most private stuff, and so there's a certain level of how profound this can be that you're lacking. But that's where it's so important that you're genuine towards yourself, right? And that you take care of you, and that you, instead of just, the Buddha said this, Jesus said this, Muhammad said this, that you actually, but what about you? What do you say? Now we've heard these guys 1 billion times. What about you, right? And that's very important, because let's say you were doing a meditation and you didn't exactly know what that meditation was about, and it's very cryptic what is written about this meditation, and then you get a very weird visual effect, very weird, and it's like, this is not right, this is the bad context, and so you have to make changes. You have to make changes to what you're doing. Because you're definitely doing it wrong. You're not having the desired effect of freedom. We usually forget that nirvana, paradise, it's not about destruction, it's about release, it's about freedom, liberation. And so paradise and nirvana, or whatever word you want to use, we're after that. But what is that? What exactly is that? And for me, I think it's unique to me. I think that the universal human component of it is the same for everyone almost. You can have very disturbed and abnormal people, but what we want is something that is ours. Is unique to us, and so we turn away from dogma, because ultimately we want our paradise, not theirs.